because I wasn't recording. Okay. What do you want to identify as far as your name? What is your designation?
Keys. You can say Keys. She knows me by Keys. She gonna know. That's what she calls because she already know I'm about to put it on blast.
Oh Lord. Okay, so what is your relation in this story?
I am her little cousin.
Okay. Oh Lord. Talk to me. Let's get it. And speak up a little bit more clearly. Let the chat know who you are.
Hi everyone. First, I just want to say I'm sorry. There's nothing I can say to even explain the emotions I've been feeling these past weeks because I feel like I could have done more. I moved in with my cousin.
You say you're her cousin.
Yes, her little cousin.
What was your name again?
It's Kiera.
I don't know if I saw that in the actual interview or not, but go ahead. Talk to me, Kiera. Talk to me.
I moved in with my cousin Keisha and Billie and all the kids when I was 19 years old. I moved to California. They had two houses, a front house and the back house. I lived in the front house, and I shared a room with little Billie's big sister, Ariana. And I stayed in there also with the boys, my little cousins, Keisha's sons. Little Billie stayed in the back house with my cousin and Big Billie and the twin babies. I never got to meet little Billie until 2 or 3 months I was living there because you had to have permission to go in the back house. You couldn't just knock on the door or go in there. You had to text her or call her, and she would give you the okay if you can even go upstairs.
Text or call who?
My cousin Keisha.
And who is she?
She's the stepmom
Of
little Billie.
Okay, go ahead. Because I can't say it, so I like I said, my promise was to not say the name, and right. I have not done so. But other people are just they're putting out their truth, their information. Go ahead.
Right. Okay. So I first started noticing things with little Ariana. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I first started noticing things with little Ariana. I was working at Buffalo Wild Wings at the time, and I would come home, and she'd be like, "Cousin, I'm hungry." And I'd be like, "You haven't ate?" And she's like, "No, Mommy didn't feed me." So I started bringing food to her when I would get off work, and she would eat it. She wouldn't get bathed, wouldn't brush her teeth. Like, she would be in the same clothes every day when I came home from work.
Oh, wow.
Mhm. The first time I was able to even see little Billie is when she asked me to come to the back house and get some groceries to bring it back down to the main house.
Mm-hmm.
And when so that was my first time going up there to the back house. And I didn't even see little Billie. Little Billie wasn't in there until, like, I heard a knock on the door, like the bathroom door. There was, like, a bathroom door, and I heard a knock on it. And I was like, "Oh, who's in there?" And she's like, "Oh, little Billie." And I was like, "Oh, who's little Billie?" She's like, "The youngest one." And I was like, "Why is she in there?" She's like, "Because she likes to mess with the twins. And the twins are like preemies, babies. So she said she would put her in the bathroom to keep her away from the little babies."
Wait, what was the nature of this bathroom? Can you kind of give me an idea?
So it's like a little small, like, bathroom. She would keep little Billie locked in there. Little Billie would be drinking the toilet water, taking like the toilet paper, dipping it in the toilet.
Hold on. Who is she would keep her locked in? She who?
Little Billie would.
Who would keep the baby locked in there? Who would keep baby Billie locked in there?
My cousin Keisha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like how? Like, how was the bathroom locked? Because from what I understood, that it could only be locked from the inside. Is because wouldn't it have to be locked from, like, the outside or something like that?
Yeah. Well, little Billie was 4 at the time, so I don't even know if she could open the door, or unlock it herself.
So you do you know if it was locked from the inside or the outside, or how was it? How was the door locked?
Honestly, I don't know how it was locked, but I know she couldn't get out. Like, it was locked, though.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
So that was the first me ever like running into like a little Billy situation. I always had like close contact with her big sister Ariana because since we shared the room, I would come home. Ariana would like one day she bounced on the bed and she said "ow" and like jumped up and rubbed her bottom. I was like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "Mommy whooped me," and she calls my cousin to Keisha mommy.
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. So is that like a common thing that happened, or was that just like a one-time thing?
No, it was pretty common, and I really didn't like to come home because it was just like a weird situation. But the day I finally called CPS is when I came home. Little Billy was in my room with Ariana playing dolls, and I saw her black eyes and all the bruises. So I took the pictures, and then I called my mom, and then we called the CPS on her.
Mm-hmm.
And they took the kids, and I thought it was good after that. Like, I'm really like,
What
I
was
don't know why they would give the kids back.
what was the basis that they took the kids originally? Because they usually have to have something that they took the kids for. Like in your assessment, what did they take the kids for?
Abuse for the beatings. Because I have the pictures, like I could send them to you. They're really bad. It's of little Billy.
So they took pictures and said that they agreed that she was abused.
Yes.
Did they have an idea about who might be the responsible party?
Yeah, little Billy told the truth. She told everything.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You got the floor, sweetheart.
Okay. I'm seeing some of the questions. Did I ever see the bio mother there? I've only seen Tish, which is the bio mom, one time, and my cousin hates her. Like literally hates her. She does not want her around. Like when she had came that one time, she had to stand by her car in the front yard.
Somebody, I think, I don't remember who said it was, but somebody, I think, I don't remember whether it was somebody I was on the phone with or who, but somebody said like that the mother of Billy is like white or something like that.
Yeah, she's white.
So, and I was just asking just for the hell of asking, but my real question is what is her role? Like, why doesn't she have custody of her own kid?
Well, when my cousin Takesha would tell me, she would say it was because of drugs. So she got the kids taken away.
And so you can't corroborate that. You don't know.
I don't know. I only know from what she told me about the real bio mom. And I'm just like, I'm so pissed right now because it's like I thought I did everything I was supposed to do. I'm only was only 19 years old at the time. Like I've never been in a situation like that. Like my cousin Takesha, she's nice to her own kids, but when it came to Big Billy's kids, it's like she hated them. And I don't understand how you can hate a child. You know, I'm a mother now, so I just don't understand how you can hate a child that much. That you would do some shit like that, and then for the dad to just let it, because Big Billy, he always worked late, like the long shifts, he was never home, so his kids were stuck with my cousin.
Okay, wait. Okay, here's where my discrepancy comes in because I'm gonna just let you know. I'll be honest. I don't listen very well, or my memory doesn't retain very well. But I did listen to this part. I was told that he was on disability, so he actually wasn't working. So either he was working or he wasn't working. Like, because I've had multiple people actually said they can actually prove it by way of his work schedule. So I don't like I said, I don't know the man to know whether he was going to work or not. But even based on what you're saying that he was working and he was working long hours up to this point, right?
Yes, when I lived with them, Big Billy, he worked the graveyard shift like for hours. Like he would be gone at work all the time.
And this was around when a lot of this abuse was going on.
Yes.
Wow. So what other party would have been there for this abuse to even be happening? Was there, because it sounded like, based on what I heard, it sounded like they were saying that it was the biological father and the biological mother might have participated in the abuse and murder of that little girl.
I'm calling because I am blood related to Keisha. I'm telling y'all, she did that shit. I mean, yeah, I probably helped her. I don't know, but I know she participated. And he needs to speak up. She can't speak no more. Like, who's going to speak for little Billie? She's only 7 years old. You mean to tell me ever since she married Billie, that little girl has been getting abused for that long? For what? For what?
Here is my thing, and it was the problem that I had when I actually did the original stream. So if you haven't watched that stream, then maybe some of the stuff, if you go back and watch it, it was only just a couple of videos ago on this channel. But go back and watch it and see if you can concur with what I was thinking. I kept thinking, I'm like, if he's working this much, and I've worked 12-hour shifts, and I knew when I got home, I was fucking tired.
Right.
From 12-hour shifts. So you're talking about adding 4 additional hours to that on a regular basis, and you come home, I'm not arguing, I'm not fighting, I'm not eating, I'm not taking a bath, I'm going straight to bed.
Right.
And I just don't see how a person can work that many hours, and not saying that it's impossible, but it just doesn't seem plausible that a person would come home and just be going off on their kid. I just don't see that happening. But,
right.
Here's the big ass but, which is the question that I posed, and it's merely a question, not an implication. I posed the question and said that children are stressful. If you're a mother, then you know this. I know this from being a father who had my child living at my house 4 days a week while my daughter stayed at her mom's house 3 days a week.
Right.
I had 1 kid, let alone 2, let alone 3, let alone 4, let alone 5, but 6 kids? And you mean to tell me that stress would not get the best of you, let alone for a kid who came from a mother who you definitely do not like, and also from a situation that you might be protective of your husband and for them having any type of good relationship, just because that's what most jealous people do. They don't want you to have, because, I mean, think about it. You didn't have sex with this person, all kinds of sex, all kinds of nasty, sloppy, nasty sex. I'm just going to put it out there and just say it like that. Anybody would think like it would give you pause if that person is cool and dealing with that person. So I could see how when you look at this human being, you're thinking, you're not looking at this human being as looking at the dad. You're looking at this human being as saying, this child came from the mother who I don't like. That's a natural human reaction for men and women, right?
Right.
Am I going off the rails by saying that? I think it's a valid point to say that maybe being under the stress of all of those kids being around there, you can't really move around. You can't really do what you want to do. You know, kids are going to be kids. They're going to be doing stuff, saying stuff, maybe tearing up stuff. They're going to need maintenance. And I know that it can get on your nerves. Maybe something happened that you maybe accidentally did. Maybe you didn't mean to do it. But I just think that it's more
not enough to make me snap and torture my child to death. Not enough. No.
To me, it just doesn't seem right that it would be the dad. And I'm wondering what kind of information did they get to charge and arrest the dad? I don't see where.
In my opinion, all adults should have been arrested at the house. There's a dead child on you guys' watch. Why aren't all parents, all parties involved being arrested?
Mm-hmm.
And for the people commenting, I did call CPS. I was a teenager at the time. I did call CPS, and they took the kids.
Mm-hmm. I think I do remember that from your story. So I didn't know your name, but I did hear that portion of it. So I can attest to that, based on what I read, not what I know, but what I read. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man.
I just want justice for Billie. Like they need to run this investigation. Whatever they doing, they need to handle it.
Yeah. I agree. And like I say, I just hope that at the end of the day, I know that everybody's going to have their different sides, and I know that the family thinks certain things about each other. At the end of the day, I just hope that the police and child protective services and everybody involved in the legal process, I just hope they get it right. And again, I'll say this again, that I hope the biological father gets proper representation, whether he's guilty or not. I think that every citizen in the United States of America should have proper representation when they are in court. And for him not to have a lawyer, I just think that's he's gonna be up shit creek without a paddle if he's gonna be counting on them public pretenders. I'm just saying.
Right. And again, for little Billy's family that's listening, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can say. I'm ashamed to be related. I honestly am, and I am so sorry. And I will continue to speak for little Billy.
Yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate you, and I've always had a hashtag where we say here in the AFC. The AFC means the Advocates for Children. So if you want to follow us, that's what
they are the future. The children are the future. How can you? I just, like, my whole thought process and what fucks me up every night is, so how can you look that little beautiful face and just do what you did? How do you sleep at night? I don't understand.
Yeah, like I say, I know we can only do so much for this baby that has passed away, but my goal of not only this stream but streams going forward is that it can save some other child's life, even to a point to where maybe one day we'll wake up and we don't have any of these horror stories to tell. You know what I'm saying? That'd be an awesome thing, that we've gotten to a point to where children start to matter again in society, where we could start protesting and really protesting. I thought it was the saddest thing when Aniyah Garrett in Cuyahoga County, when Michael Garrett's daughter died, Aniyah Garrett, when she died. Somebody's calling. This is messing up my stream. It's messing up my stream. You guys got to give me a moment. Gotta give me a moment. It is messing up my stream. I gotta call her back. I don't even know how to turn this app off on my phone. Sorry, somebody's calling in. It was messing up my stream. But with that particular case, when they were out protesting in front of the courthouse, they had, I think, maybe like 11 or 12 people out there. And I was just like, where is the outrage? Where is the support for this innocent baby that was murdered? And it was just sad.
That's what I'm saying. We're going hard for adults when children are the future. We need to be watching out who has our kids, who's watching our kids. My son, he don't go nowhere without me until he can talk. I'm not playing none of that. It be your family that starts the shit, and that needs to end.
Yeah. Well, we're on the same page, but that's what we stand for. So for everybody in the chat, and thank you for even participating, and thank you for your courage to be able to at least speak out. You saw something, you said something, and you did something. And I'm young lady, I'm proud of you. I don't know how old you are, but I'm gonna call you a young lady because I think I got you beat by some years because I'm an old man over here. But truly, I thank you for
I'm 25 now. I'm sure she's gonna call you, get on here, and say some wild shit, because that's what my cousin does. Everybody. She says wild shit, has wild ass stories, but I need y'all to look past the truth.
So y'all heard that. And again, I want to thank you, young lady, and I truly appreciate it. And like I say, you got I feel like I'm being cliche, but you got my line. If you need anything, you could always text me, okay?
Thank you.
It's my honor, ma'am, and I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, bye.
Okay. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this thing up. So what we're going to do